Hi guys, welcome to Newsletter Monday. I am here today to talk to you guys about a very important topic that does actually come up a lot. It gets talked about a lot in the health and fitness industry, and it's something that when I hear it I kind of go, yeah, okay, whatever. But that's just me being smarty pants. Today I want to talk to you guys about meal prepping. It is a bit of a catchphrase. It's something that, as I said, it gets thrown a lot about in the health and fitness community. It's something that I really think is kind of misconceived. Like, people just really make it a much bigger deal than what it is. And what I'd like to do today with you guys is actually really simplify it, kind of demystify it, take the BS out of it and make it really easy and something that you can actually do that does help to make your healthy lifestyle a lot easier and more convenient, I guess, for you. So the way that I do meal prepping, guys, is very non-elaborate. I used to have a weekly meal planner, and on a Sunday, which was the day that I was getting ready for the week ahead, I would go to the markets. I would then come home and work out in 5 minutes a meal plan based on the sort of stuff I'd got at the markets. And when I do a meal plan, or used to do the meal plans, I would just mainly think about dinners. So I'd think about, okay, Monday is a fairly easy day. I can do something that takes a bit longer on that day, so that night I'm going to do a roast. Tuesday night is a super late night. I want something quick and easy. That's the night that I'm going to do my Cheetah's toe fish cakes. Wednesday night, so on and so forth. I have recommended to clients in the past to make it easier that they could do things like, you know, Monday night is salmon night, Tuesday night is chicken night, Wednesday night is homemade pizza night, Thursday night is stir fry night, Friday night is red meat night, steak night, barbecue night, Saturday night might be a night off, and Sunday might be a roast night. So, you know, you can do things like that to make it easy, and then each week you go, okay, Monday, salmon. This week we're going to do fresh salmon fillets. Next week we're going to do some like a smoked salmon pasta or something like that. And then the week after we're going to do some fish cakes, and the week after we're going to do I don't know, what else do you do with salmon? I just love it as it is, so whatever you want to do with salmon. But you get the idea, okay? Then what I do is, based on what I'm having for dinner, I actually use some of that, mostly, to do lunch the next day. And this is where my meal prep comes in. So when I'm making dinner at night, so tonight, when I make my dinner, I actually, when I put my plate on the bench to prep my dinner for the evening, I also get out a container that is there for my lunch for the next day. And whatever I put on my plate for dinner, I put into the container for lunch the next day. I do this every single night, mostly anyhow, unless I know that I'm at home the next day and I can have a bit of a flexible day. Even sometimes if I know I'm at home, I'll still do this process because it just makes life so much easier. I just need to go to the fridge, bang, there is my lunch done. So some of the things that I also get and buy on a regular basis to make my life easier, because remember, if it was an ideal world, we'd all grow our own fruit and vegetables, everything would be organic, everything would be super squeaky clean. But in our modern lifestyle, and it is a choice, and one of mine is that, you know, I do use convenience items, I guess you could say, here and there, and it's just something I'm happy to do, and you may or may not like to do that. So some of the things I do grab, pre-washed, you know, lettuce mix, lettuce leaves. These ones are from Coles. I get them from Woolies. It really doesn't matter. You can get them from IGA, wherever you shop, or you can even get them at the markets. If they're from the markets, the only difference is they'll just need to be washed and spun. If you don't spin them efficiently and effectively and they're not dry, they're going to go soggy and they're not going to last. So that's what you need to be aware of. I buy them mostly like this. It's quick, it's easy, it's done. This will last me a few days, and I've always got a few of those in the fridge. So there we go. Something else I do to make my life a lot easier is buy sometimes the pre-cut cabbage. So this is like a coleslaw mix. The other one that I love and I get on a really regular basis is the rainbow mix, and they do that both at Woolies and Coles. Again, I'm sure IGA do something similar. You pay a little bit extra to buy it like this. The other thing I've started doing now is buying my red cabbages again. It's easy just to chop those up, but it depends how much time you've got, how much time you want to invest or not. But this is an option and something that I use on a regular basis. So if you can imagine, I've got my dinner plate out for the night. I've put my lettuce mix on there. I've also put some of my shredded cabbage mix on top, and I've done that in my container as well. Then what I usually do is I steam some vegetables. That's just something I like to do. So I'll do some zucchini, broccoli, cauliflower, beans if I've got them, or I might just do broccoli and zucchini. It depends what I've got, depends how much time I've got, depends if I can be bothered or not. And steaming, I either do a Bessemer pot on my stove or in a steamer basket. Used to be a microwave girl, not so much these days. I just like to do it on the stove. So it's your choice how you want to do it. So I end up with some fresh salad, I end up with some steamed vegetables. Sometimes I'll do some roasted vegetables. I might do some pumpkin, or I might do some capsicum, eggplant. Depends, again, what's around, how much time I've got, what my body is telling me also that it wants. Sometimes, I have that sweet potato craving, or I feel like some mushrooms, or I feel like, I just randomly sometimes feel like something different, and I listen to that and I do that. There's no hard and fast rules here. Again, what my body's telling me, what's quick, what's easy, and what is yum. That's really my only parameters. Something else I grab occasionally are these crunchy sprouts. I actually really like these. They are, sprouted chickpeas, peas, lentils, and so forth. They add a nice crunch. They add some extra protein into my salad. Just that flavor, texture, combination and difference. Really yummy. Other things I do for meal prep are, a lot of people know I love my kangaroo. So I've got the kangaroo bangers here, and I also have the kangaroo burgers. When I've got a day like I do tomorrow, where I'm out all day, I'm gone from home from very early in the morning, about 4 a.m. in the morning, until after 7 o'clock at night. And so today or tonight, when I'm cooking dinner, that's when I prep for the next day. I'll cook up a packet of the kangaroo bangers or the roo burgers, and I'll put them into some foil, and they can be quick, easy snacks for me for the next day. I'm a person who goes better on a higher protein intake. I used to snack a lot on fruit and things like that, and I just found my blood sugar levels were all over the place. I do have polycystic ovarian syndrome too, so every single person is different. You need to listen to your body as to what works for you. Another thing I prep, and I'll just grab that from the fridge, are my beautiful eggs. So these are, of course, free-range eggs, because I wouldn't ever buy cage eggs. It's just not something I do. Sometimes they're organic, sometimes they're not. But what I do with my eggs, and I will be doing this today at some stage or tonight, is I'll cook up 6 at a time, and I soft boil them. So that for me is a boil of 3 minutes once it's boiling. Take them off quickly, rapidly cool them. And I will usually pop them in the freezer to completely stop them from cooking, and then I have my perfectly soft-boiled eggs, and that's something else I prepare in advance. So that's the complicated, as complicated and extravagant as my meal prep gets. I've talked to you about the salad and the vegetables. In terms of the protein that I'm having with dinner, if I'm having fresh salmon for dinner at night, I usually won't cook a fillet for lunch the next day. I'll just take like a John West mackerel fillets, a couple of tins of tuna, some other type of tinned fish to go with my salad and vegetables for lunch the next day. And I also take some apple cider vinegar. I have little dressing bottles that I'll put some apple cider vinegar or balsamic vinegar or some hemp seed oil, olive oil with a bit of vinegar or herbs or something like that in, so I can add my dressing the next day so my salad doesn't go soggy. If I'm cooking, if roux is what I'm having for dinner, then obviously that I'll have leftovers to have that for lunch the next day. The other thing I regularly cook up that I really enjoy are my Cheetah's Thai fish cakes, which is in the recipe book that you would have got when you signed up for this newsletter. It's a ripper recipe. A lot of people love it, and I would cook those up and have those as snacks. And there you go, guys. That is as complicated as meal prep gets. To make the whole vegetable thing easier too, you don't need to be peeling stuff. Just wash that stuff and chop it up and get it in there and steam it. When you have to peel and you have to fuss, it takes way too long. So make it simple, make it easy, make it tasty. Add some herbs, add some spices, add some vinegars, add some lemon juice, lime juice, garlic, ginger, all that exciting stuff. Until next time, I will see you again later. Bye.